Hi, in this video we're going to look what it means to be inversely proportional. So we've got the y is inversely proportional to x, given that when x is equal to 8, y is equal to 0.5, find a formula for y in terms of x, find y when x is equal to 0.4, and x when y is equal to 0.8. So before we go on to that, if we were to draw this situation, we will get a curve like this. You can see the blue curve here. And what we can see, if we look at the coordinates of x against y, is as x increases, the value of y decreases. Okay, so as x increases, y decreases, or as y increases, x decreases. We'll look at this middle column in a minute. Okay, so if this is true, then if y is inversely proportional to x, then we can say that y is proportional to 1 over x. That's what it means, inversely proportional. We write it as 1 over x, and therefore y will be equal to some constant times over x. Y will be equal to some constant over x. So going back to our problem, so we've got y is inversely proportional to x, and if we got this inversely proportional, then we left write that y is proportional to 1 over x. That's what inversely proportional means. We write it as 1 over, and this means as one increases, the other decreases, and vice versa. So that, carry on like we've done before, y will be equal to k over x. And when x is equal to 8, y is equal to 0.5. That will allow us to find k. Substituting in, so we get 0.5 is equal to k over 8. So times in by 8, k will be equal to 4. And therefore, putting the 4 back into our formula, then y is equal to 4 over x. So this green graph here is the graph of y is equal to 4 over x. Right, we can now use that to work out parts b and c. So b, when y is equal to 4 over x, we get when x is equal to 0.4, y will be equal to 4 divided by 0.4, which is 10. And when y is equal to 0.8, we're going to get that 0.8 is 4 over x. So we need to rearrange this. So we take the x up here and the 0.8 down here. So just remembering our rules of algebra. So we get x is equal to 4 over 0.8, which gives the answer of 5. Okay, so we've been dealing with inversely proportional. Let's go back to our GeoGebra applet, and again, I'll put this in the notes of the video. So if we were to plot, or instead of just plotting on these axes here, just plotting x, let's plot 1 over x against y against 1 over x. If we plot these points, 10, 40, 5, 20, we're not going to plot them all because they get a little bit cluttered down here, so we'll just plot some of them by clicking this button here. What we will see is that all the points lie in a straight line, and this is why we can say that y is proportional to 1 over x, because there is a linear relationship between y and 1 over x. So what I've plotted is 1 over x. We've made the axis here now labelled 1 over x against y. And what you get is a straight line. I didn't plot all the points because there will be too many down here and it will get a lot of clutter. But that gives you the idea of the sort of linear relationship, why we can say that y is proportional to 1 over x. We get a straight line. Okay, so there's a graph here, and so here we have got this line here, and we can say that this is a linear relationship for y is proportional to 1 over x. The gradient of the line is obviously going to be 4. We can see that easily if we just take this point here, 520. This is 20 divided by 5. We get the idea that we get the answer 4, which is the value of the constant in this problem. Okay, so we can relate variation to straight line graphs. I hope you've understood, and again I say the GeoGebra applet link will be in the notes of the video. Thank you very much for watching.